Nobody wants to swipe these days. Dating apps like Bumble and Tinder are scrambling to keep up with younger users and deal with things like bots on their platforms. What does it take to survive the dating app apocalypse? This is FC Explains. There's trouble at Tinder. The iconic dating app has lost more than 1 million paying users since 2024. It's been struggling to keep up with online dating fatigue and the fact that younger users are looking for real connections, not just a hookup. Tinder accounts for more than half of the revenue at its parent company, Match Group, which owns dozens of dating apps, including Hinge, OkCupid, and Match.com. After seeing explosive growth during the pandemic, Match Group's stock price has fallen more than 80% since 2021. Rival app and separate company, Bumble is also having issues. In early 2025, it replaced its CEO, shed nearly 100,000 users, and saw its revenue decrease 6.5% year over year, hitting just over $200 million. Its stock is also way down, dropping 90% since a post-IPO high in 2021. One of the biggest challenges facing dating apps today? Gen Z. Match Group CEO Spencer Rascoff wrote in an Instagram post that this generation doesn't want more matches. They want better ones. In interviews and earnings calls, he said that Tinder's main problem with younger users is the perception that it's a hookup app. Young people today are looking for easy, spontaneous connection without added pressure. For them, the iconic profile swipe isn't as appealing as it once was to older users. But there is one app that's not only surviving, but actually thriving in this dry spell, and that would be Hinge. It launched in 2012, the same year as Tinder and 2 years ahead of Bumble. But while Tinder became a pop culture staple thanks to an addictive user experience, Hinge was fairly under the radar for a while. The company's tagline, "Designed to be deleted," communicates its goal of getting users off the app for good, rather than keeping on the apps and swiping endlessly. These days, the strategy is paying off. In 2024, Hinge took in $550 million in revenue, driven by a 23% rise in paying users. And while Tinder retained its position as the most downloaded dating app in the US, Hinge leapt over Bumble to become the number 2. What's Hinge's secret? In some ways, the app is actually a little harder to use, and that's by design. In 2024, it introduced a requirement for users with too many unanswered messages to either reply to them or end the conversations. This solved one of the biggest user complaints out there: getting ghosted. The app started seeing fewer matches and likes, but more people actually going out and meeting in person. Hinge's sign-up process also takes more time. Unlike Tinder and Bumble, which require users to submit just one photo and a few bits of very basic information, Hinge asks for at least 6 images and answers to a minimum of 3 prompts. And it looks like Tinder and Bumble are getting inspired. Tinder is also testing a new feature that allows people to pair up with friends to swipe on other groups of friends, ultimately leading to double dates that are a little less pressure than meeting one-on-one. This might be helpful in attracting younger users. Match Group CEO has said that 90% of people taking advantage of this feature are under 29 years old. It's also encouraging new people to join the app and old users to restart. In hopes of adding friction to the experience, Tinder added a feature called "Are You Sure?", which asks users to reconsider sending a message if it contains something that might be considered a little distasteful. Bumble is also making changes that mirror Hinge's features. During a 2025 earnings call, Bumble's founder and CEO Whitney Wolfe Herd said the company would be slowing down on monetization and growth marketing efforts to focus instead on improving its algorithm. Her goal? Like Hinge, increasing the quality rather than quantity of matches. Ultimately, Bumble and Tinder's success could hinge on whether they can use these strategies to create quality and not just quantity matches.